Today we have to talk about a brand new type of cryptocurrency mining hardware that probably will change the way we think about and operate our cryptocurrency mining farms.
Yeah. And what is up, guys? Technicals here. VPUs, the next greatest thing. Is it going to save crypto mining? Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't jump in and start talking about stuff that I have no idea about. But if you follow the channel, you follow me, you know I have a tendency to look through things through sort of a broader lens, a macro lens, if you will. So I think there's some stuff that this technology really can't address. And just to play the contrarian aspect for some views, some engagement bait, I'm going to go ahead and offer my thoughts on it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, and press like if you want more hopium and skeleton memes. All right, so if you haven't seen it already, Son of a Tech put out this video yesterday talking about VPUs. It's a new chip architecture, new type of chip, new mining chip, not specifically for mining, but for cryptography. So based on his analysis, it leans heavily into something that could be used for cryptocurrency mining. It's on a RISC-V platform or RISC-V platform. And that's, you know, we've seen that before. I think other devices use the RISC-V. I know that Bitmain Antminer X5 that mines Monero, RandomX uses the RISC-V chips in there. So it can be tuned and built to mine cryptocurrency or hash the various algorithms that it employs. So the company outlined in this here, Fabric, is a startup that raised $33 million to develop these VPUs. The article on CoinDesk is a little bit light. We're going to take a look at the website here. They've raised $33 million from a handful of different investors in order to develop these chips. VPU stands for Verifiable Processing Unit. We'll take a look and see what that actually means, if it's even something that they bother to put out for the lay person like me. Based on this article, it says companies are developing new computing chips to handle rising use from AI, with its heavy demand for fast computation from graphics processing units or GPUs, as well as cryptography-intensive blockchain applications. And again, based on this article, it says these chips are to go into production later this year. And so if just on my short time on this planet, when it comes to companies saying that they're going to develop new hardware and release it, and if they give a timeline, it's almost never on time. I mean, is it ever on time? Are there instances where they announced hardware and it came out on time? I don't know. I never heard of one. If you take a look at Fabric's website, it's a little light and it's a lot of technical mumbo jumbo jargon. You'll probably understand it. If you want a more detailed analysis, go look at Son of a Tech's video because he kind of goes into the different architectures and then, you know, the different actual technology that's on the chip that make it good for hashing algorithms. That's kind of like what's on this website. It's really means nothing to me because, again, I'm only interested in if it can mine to make me money. Is it going to be comparable? Is it going to be less powerful, more efficient, less efficient? I don't know. Like, you can't get that information off the website because, again, they're not setting these out as crypto mining devices, but it seems based on the technology that they'll be well suited to do so. Which brings me to my first issue with this is that, does it matter? All right, let's say we've been mining gold for the past 100 years using shovels, and someone comes along with a steam shovel. That's great. We can mine way more gold with that, but it turns out there's no gold where we're mining. There's nothing to mine currently. And I think that's evident if you look at the calculator websites, if you look at any of there's nothing. Now, yes, you know, new shitcoin projects pop up and they're profitable for all but what, 2 days, 3 days. There are some ASIC based algorithms that are profitable. Sure, Casp is profitable to mine if you've got the miners for it. But again, everything is depressed. Everything is down. So I don't know, unless projects come along that are profitable to mine, I don't know that any of this really matters. What about the AI workloads? What about Salad, TensorDoc, Flux Core, whatever? There certainly could be some potential there. Although with Salad, which I've been on the majority of the time, I haven't tried any of the other platforms. It seems like the people who are buying that processing power are buying it specifically from the different devices. They're choosing what they want their workloads to run on. So they're picking consumer grade GPUs, or they're picking, you know, these workstation type devices, or they're picking these enterprise grade devices, whatever. If this comes along, I don't know whether or not their workloads are going to work, or if these RISC-V chips are going to be well suited to run those workloads, because it seems like the different workloads work best on certain types of devices. And that's where my knowledge sort of ends on it. But a bespoke sort of thing that comes along, unless it's highly adaptable, which it may be. I don't know that it's really just going to slot in and suddenly be a great option for those people that want to run AI workload machines. Which kind of leads me to a tertiary point. How long is it going to take? Because by the time that these chips come out, who is to say that the next generation of CPUs, the next generation of GPUs aren't going to be leaps and bounds ahead, you know? And so they spend this time developing these. $33 million, TSMC, that's their daily cafeteria budget. $33 million is not a lot. And so when you've got this development of these literally trillion-dollar companies going into producing new GPUs, CPUs, what have you, who's to say that by the time that the Fabric comes out with the device, it's not going to be comparable or weaker than whatever the latest and greatest consumer device is? Again, I don't know. I'm just speculating. These are sort of broader macro questions. Finally, another thing too, which I didn't bother to dig very deeply into because I'm not Barbara Walters here, but taking a look at the leadership of Fabric, Michael Gao is the founder and CEO. If you look up Michael Gao and head over to his LinkedIn, it's currently listed as Fabric's CEO, but previously he was with Catena Computing Technologies. And when I looked up Catena, I look, and the most recent news, or the biggest news, is that they were involved in some sort of legal battle with this Bitcoin mining company, CoinMint. Now, again, the details here are, nothing that I'm going to dig too deeply into, but reading through it, Catena, the company with which Michael Gao was associated with, won a legal battle, a lawsuit against them by CoinMint. CoinMint alleging that they were tricked, they were bamboozled, they were fooled into buying $150 million worth of Bitcoin mining chips, some kind of hardware, which the court said was bogus, is not accurate. But it did say in these articles that Catena did not deliver these chips. And so the CoinMint was suing them for it. They said that you'd never delivered on it, you tricked us into buying it, and so we want our money back. They said no. The court, for some reason, awarded Catena damages on that. But the important nugget that I got out of it was that Catena did not deliver the chips. Now, I don't know if they're still in process, if they're still planning to deliver those chips to CoinMint, or if someone sued me, then I would assume that the deal is off the table. But hey, I don't know how these contracts work. But that seemed important to me because Michael Gao, coming from a company that was charged to build crypto mining chips, did not deliver those chips, got sued for it, won, to be fair, but has now moved on to starting another company, getting more seed capital to build crypto mining chips. Well, not exactly crypto mining chips, but chips that are used for cryptography. So let's just say that. Does that speak anything whatsoever? No, you've got to take these things at, sort of face value, I suppose. But for me personally, yeah, absolutely. Because I'm a real person saying like, okay, you were in charge of a company. You were supposed to deliver chips. You didn't. And now you've spun off another company to build chips. Are you going to deliver those? I don't know. I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like for these things to be the latest and greatest thing since sliced bread because I want to cover them on my channel to get views. And as far as my last point goes,
very important aspect to decentralization, of course, against what everybody wants to say, because, well, you're a moon boy that's a piece of shit that only wants your bag to go up, and you don't actually care about crypto or the advancements or the future of cryptocurrency. You only care about your one particular bag. So I don't really give a shit what you think.
Yes. How do I do that meme? Yes. Actually, I don't give a shit about cryptocurrency. It had 12 years to make a difference, 12 years to change the world. And what did it do? It sold itself out to BlackRock. And so it has abandoned, I say it, I'm not going to anthropomorphize cryptocurrency, but, the people in charge of it kind of left all those principles behind. So at this point, to me, it's purely a vehicle to make actual real money that I can pay my mortgage with, pay hookers with, whatever. Personally, I wouldn't call myself I know he's not addressing me in that, but I wouldn't call myself a moon boy by any stretch of the imagination because I'm not out there shilling coins. I do want my bags to go up, but I'm trying to stay real to this a little bit because the technology comes along. Well, okay, the technology is great for securing blockchains. It's great for building the technology. But what's in that for me? Zero. There's nothing in that for me whatsoever unless you use it to mine a profitable project, something that is other people think is worth mining so you can sell out and make actual money. I know a lot of people saying like, oh yeah, Blind Run's keeping it real on that. Keeping it real goes both ways, because yeah, it's not just real when you care about cryptocurrency. It's also real when you're a normal person that's just trying to get money and trying to use this avenue to do it. So anyway, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is the latest and greatest thing since sliced bread? Do you think it's going to go anywhere? Are you someone who has more brain than me and knows whether or not this is going to work? This isn't. I don't know. I'd love to know what you think, and in the comments below. Once again, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm The Technicals. See you next time.